Good morning, children. Welcome to the science class. Shall we start with a prayer? So close your eyes, join your hands, and silently pray. Keep you safe from all harm to make you understand everything what you are learning. Okay. So the last class, I hope everybody had understood. It's a very interesting topic what you have learned in the smaller classes onwards. Yes, so don't miss any of the classes. Watch it whenever the class is uploaded. If your mama or papa is there, you have to see, or when they come itself, you have to sit. Please see the class, do the work given, read the chapters, read the textbook. All those things you have to do. Okay, good children. So shall we move to the next one? We are learning about what living and non-living things. Define living things. I've said that the term define means what is meant by it. Define living things means what are living things. What is meant by a living thing? What is it? Things that can move, things that can grow, things that can eat, all that are known as. And when you write the definitions, it should be incorrect. Last video I have said, written living things. What does it? Yes, that is define living things and define non-living things. Same. Again, here in this class, we are going to see the features of living things. What is meant by features? Living things, you know, we people are also living things. We are able to do many things. The specialities of the living things. The birds, plants, human beings, all the living things. What are the different things they are able to do? The features, specialities of the living things. That's what we are going to see in this class. That is meant by features of living things. First of all, let me ask you, what are the essential things for a living thing to live? Yes, what are they? When we think about ourselves, what all things we need to live? Yes, in the class we have said, what is it? We need food, important thing. Then water, and another essential, very important thing. Something is entering through our nose, going to our lungs. That is the air. The gases, different gases are mixed up in the air. In that we are taking oxygen inside, and they are the important things for the living things to live. So keep that in mind. So they are the essential things. Now first we will go the features of the living things. The first thing, the same thing as all the living things need food and water to live. Okay, that's the first thing. What is it? All the living things need food and water to live. Everything. All animals, if you take the animals, they also drink water, they also eat. Then, what about the plants? Have you seen the plants eating food like us? No, they are the only living things. Plants are the only living things that prepare food by itself. We are all depending on, animals also depend on the plants for the food. They'll be eating the leaves of it. We will take the fruit. Now, these items, what are they? They are fruits, thus vegetables, all these things, from where do we get? From the plants. So what is it? The plants are the only living things that prepare the food by themselves with the help of sunlight. The help of the sunlight, water, all those. That we will study in detail when you are learning about the plants. Just remember it. Plants are the only living things that prepare food by themselves. So first one, all the living things need food and water to live. That's the first specialty of the living things. The first point, living things need food and water. Food and water to live. The second one, as we have said, another unavoidable thing for the living thing, it is air. So what is the second one? Second specialty, what they will do. Specialty is living things breathe. They need air to breathe in. So, living things breathe. That is the next specialty of the living things. They breathe. Okay. So, the second one is living things breathe. So, in this we will see, through which organ we are breathing in. What is it? Nose. Animals also, with the help of they also have, they do have nose, you have seen it. Now we will take the next living thing, that is a fish. Have you seen the fish? Yes, you like fish to eat, no? Yes, and some of you will be having aquariums in your house. Have you seen the nose for the fish like us and all? For the animals like? No, you did have, but they are also and they are living in water. If you take them out of water, will they live? No, they will die off. They need water to live. And how do they get this air? And how do they breathe in? And they don't have nose. And how are they going to breathe? That's what we are going to see. So, we said that all the living things breathe. You know that fish is a living thing. So, how do they breathe? They have the living thing. The fish, not so very cute fish and all. Just imagine it's a fish. Looking like a fish, no? Yes. They have inside, here is a head, here they have, when you open the head and all, when your mama is cutting the fish and all, when she is removing that, you can see some like this one part. Have you seen? I don't know what it said. One red color, like feather type something. Have you seen? That part is known as the gill. That is known as the gill. Okay, so the fish, that organ, no? The fish breathe in air through the organ called gills. So fish breathe in air through the organ known as gills. No, they don't have nose. Instead, they have an organ. When mama is cutting fish, or tomorrow just when she is doing, you can see that part. That is known as the gills. So where do they get the water? This air. They are getting the air from the water also. There is oxygen mixed up in it. Oxygen is also there. So water is oxygen mixed up in dissolved in the water. From that they take in air. Okay, they take in the oxygen using this head part. It will be opening, and through the gills they will breathe in. Okay, the next one, plants. What about the plants? Same way, though they have nose, but they too breathe in. They also take in air. How do they take in air? That is the next question. How do they take in air? They take in air through the organ. They have a special organ on their leaves. On their leaves, they have small pores on it. This is a leaf, and on that you can see like that. If you keep it in the sunlight for it, you can see small holes on it. Small, tiny holes on it. And that through that small holes, they are taking in the air. Understood? And that tiny pores present in the leaves, which help them to breathe in air, that tiny holes are called the stomata. What is called? Stomata. Yes, that is known as the stomata. So, the fish breathe in through the gills. Then the plants breathe in through their special organ, which is the holes, the tiny pores present on their leaves, which are called the stomata. Understood? So, your work, what you have to do is, again, I have said human beings, animals, most of us, it is through the nose, breathing through the nose. The fish breathing through the gills, special organ called gills. Leaves are breathing through the stomata. There are different types of living things. Again, we have insects. Which are different types of insects. Can you name some of the insects? The creatures which have 6 legs. Isn't it? And urumbu, spider. I have 8 legs, exception case. Then this butterfly, cockroach, all these are insects. They are also breathing. They will also breathe. Okay. Now find out the cockroach or these insects. How do they breathe? Cockroach. How do they take in air? Through which organ? Have you seen nose for that? No. Through which organ they are taking in air? That is your work. That is the thing what you have to find out. Find out how the insects are taking in air. Through which organ do they take in air? My question is clear, I think so. That is our homework. Do it. Just find out that and give me the answer in the submit in the Google Classroom. If you have not joined, join today itself. Clear? So that is about the second feature. The first one is living things need food and water to live. The next one is living things breathe. Again, after having food, water, everything, what will happen to us? What is it? Why do we have food and all? We have to get energy and also for us to grow. So third one, the living things will grow. Living things grow. That's the third feature of the living things. Living things grow. Do you have any doubt in it? Whether living things grow? Look at yourself. Were you like this before many years ago? How many years? How old are you now? Just think, when you were 1 year old, were you like this itself? This much big? Were you able to walk? No, you are a small baby. From there, food. Your mama had given you food, water, all those things. What happened? You had grown up. After some time again, after when you are reaching 6th or 7th and all, you will be becoming much more taller. You will grow up. Yes, and after some time you will be grandfathers or grandmothers. You will be becoming old. Isn't it? Same way, you take a plant. Will it grow? Yes. If you from where does the plant grow? From the seed. When you are planting a seed, or take some green gram and all, put in a coconut shell, put some soil in it, plant it. That green fire, all those. To find out, best example is it. That water for daily water it. Within 2 or 3 days, you can see a small plant coming out of it. That you can do that in longer. Then after some time, you can see it growing. Yes. So all the living things, animals. If you have your dog in your house, all dogs, it's little one. It will also grow. Isn't it? So that is living things grow. Got it? Living things will grow. Again, the next one, fourth one is, what's the next one? What we can do? If we are growing, then we can, now, what is it? I can move. Same way, animals can move. Birds can move. I said plants will not move from one place to another, but they will move their branches or different parts towards sunlight. Isn't it? So, sunflower is the best example. Sunflower, the name it had got, why is called it? Because it turns towards its flower, it turns towards the sun to get sunlight. That's why it got the name as sunflower. Most of the plants, as it needs sunlight, from where the sunlights are coming towards it, it is slanting. But it won't move from one place to another, but all, as we say in common, all the living things move. Living things can move. That's the next feature of the living thing. So you got 4 features. Living things need food and water to live. Next, living things breathe. Living things grow. Living things move. When you talk about living thing itself, think about the non-living thing. Well, all these things can be done by the non-living thing. Now, here is a pen in my hand. Yes, if I give the food, will they eat? No. Why is it so? It doesn't need food. It doesn't grow. Yes. So, here itself you can say the features of non-living things. it doesn't eat food, it doesn't grow, then will it move? Will the living thing move? Here is a table. Will it move? Yes, it will move. How is it moving? With the help of us. It will only move with the help of us. So, get the difference between the living and non-living thing now itself. That is, they did not move, they did not grow. Non-living things are talking about non-living things. Will they breathe in air? No. Non-living things doesn't need. They do not breathe. That's the next one. So we got the difference. So when you compare it, when you learn about living things, compare the non-living thing also at that time itself. So if you are learning will be easier. So when I asked to find the difference between living and non-living thing also, you will get it. Understood? That is about the features. So here we have learned 4 features. They are eat food and water to live, breathe, grow, and they will move. Next one is, I am going to rub the, hope you it is understood, it is given in your textbook. 4 features, mainly they are bolded and kept it. That one you have to learn the important point. And in that, in the breathing, that part they have given the special organ of the fish called gills, then stomata of the leaves, and I asked you to find out what is it? The breathing organs of insects. Okay, so find it out. Yes, so the next one is living things can feel. The 5th one is living things can feel. They have different feelings. Take yourself. If your mama is very angry means you have done something. But sometimes she is very angry, food is not good and almost she will be beaten. Not like this, a small beat. Especially at here. What will happen to you? What will you feel at that time? Some children will be laughing. Sometimes your mama had not beaten you till now. You will be feeling very sad. It will be painful for you, isn't it? Yes. So that is one feel. Gets pain. Yes. Otherwise, if she is patting you up, what does it? You will be feeling very happy at that time. So like that, if there is a pet dog in your house, a pet cat, if you pat, or if you go and stamp on its tail, what happens? It will come and scratch on you. Do you have any experience like that? Yes, why is it so? They do have feeling because when you have stamped on its tail, what happened? It got pain, hurt. So what happened? It scratched on you or bit you. Isn't it? So all the living things, they have feelings. They can feel the senses. Pain, or if you're panting, they feel very good. Yes, they will be very happy. All the plant living things they can feel the changes around the surroundings, in our surroundings. And then, if you take the plants, all plants you won't see. In some plants like Tottavadi, in your garden and all, in your area and all, sometimes you can see like this pull. If you touch that leaf, if you touch that plant, it will be grouping, closing the leaves. Have you seen a plant like that? No. Have you seen a plant like that? It will be grouping like this, close. You find out from the Tottavadi, you will see for it. Yes? So that can feel the changes. Snail. That one also have you seen it? In this rainy season and all, you might have there will be come to your house and all. What is it? If you touch it, there will be shell also. If you touch it, what happens? It will be going inside that shell. If you are not seeing, observe it all these things. Okay? So all these they can understand the changes. Somebody had touched me, soon it will go. Escapes. They find it if we are going to catch it and all, or to hurt us. So they will go fast. Okay. So everything they have feelings, and we have human beings, or we have the 5 sense organs. 5 sense organs: to hear, ears, eyes to see, then nose to smell, tongue to taste, skin for what purpose? To find the touch and all those things. So we have 5 sense organs. Same way, the insects, like butterfly, insects, they too have an organ to feel the changes around it. And have you seen insects and all? You might have seen like this part, butterfly. So I don't know to draw the butterfly fully anyway. Have you seen this organ? Have you seen this part? It is known as the antenna. It is known as the antenna of the, and this helps the butterfly to feed. But not only butterfly, most of the insects, cockroach, if you take the cockroach, they'll be having this part. Yes, that part is known as the antenna with which it feeds the surroundings. Yes, so that is about the fifth feature, that is living things can feed. Next one is living things give birth to the young ones. From where did it come out? From your mama. Yes, so like that all the living things, yes, animals, they give birth to the young ones. Plants, they give birth to the young ones. From the seed, out of a seed, a plant is growing up. So all the living things, it give birth to its small ones. Correct? That is the sixth one. Now compare it with the non-living thing. Will it give birth to young ones? No. This way it won't have a small one, they have to make it. Isn't it? Otherwise it won't come. And the last one is lifespan. It is a new term for you. That is, we have said all the living things if you take, the plants if you take, after a certain age, after a certain height or anything. After 2 or 3 years, there are some plants will grow only after 2 or 3 years. After that, it will dry off. Then trees can live for a long time. After a long time, only they will die. But some plants are there. After some years, they will die. About it will go like that. All the living things have a specific limit. A special limit is there. A specific limit is there. After that, they will die. That time limit up to which a living thing can live, it is known as the lifespan. Can you understand? So for us also, we have a time limit. Now we are growing up. We are growing up 12 years, 13 years, 14 years. Now it is said human beings can live up to 70 years. Now more than that we are living, but mostly it is said that 70 years. Till 70 years is the time limit for a human being to live. After that, till that means we won't get breathe, air, all those, we are dead. So, like that, all the living things, they have a time limit. Your dog, if there is a pet dog in your house, there is a time limit for them to live. After that, they become old. Yes, they become old, but like they don't identify, but that many years after it, they will also die. So that time limit of the specific time after which the living things die, it is known as the lifespan. Here, a dog, it is said about a dog, it can live up to 12 years. It can live up to 10 to 12 years. A tiger about 20 to 26 years. Human beings about 70 years. But nowadays, some human beings, they are living more than 100, 102 years and all. Okay, so that is known as the lifespan, the time limit for a living thing to live. After that, its life is ended. That is known as the lifespan. So these are the different features of living things. Again, they are given about the features of non-living things that ma'am is not going to explain. When you learn this feature of the living things, you will understand what will be the feature of non-living things. Compare it. Is there any feature for non-living things? Will the living things grow? No. Living things grow, non-living things do not grow. So that you will find out. And that thing, you will find it out and give me the answer for when I ask in the Google Meet or in the session. Okay, like the right class that I ask, you will tell me about it. Okay, then don't forget the work what is given. Then what helps up in the Google Classroom, that is find out the breathing organ of the insect. That is the homework for you. Yes, and read the chapter once more nicely. Read the chapter till what is taken. Yes, thank you. Have a nice day.